gentlemen, we've got a fun show for you tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the top of the order for you there. You aren't going to believe.
The following program is brought to you in living color.
Just turn around to your right, you better. I don't want to go into the sun anymore.
We do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world. I am the great Cornholio. On fire tonight.
And you are simply reduced to watching.
On fire tonight.
Don't get too hard with that. Cause it's Friday, and we got shit to do. Don't get too hard with that. Don't get too hard with that. It's Friday, and we got shit to do.
What is up, guys and girls? Let's hope that everything is rolling crisp, fine and dandy, because it's been a while, has it not? How the blooming devil are you all? Yes, it's Friday night. Yes, you're watching the Grom. And yes, this is Friday Night Live. Can you believe it? I've even lost track of how many weeks it has been. I feel a little bit rusty, but in the same breath, it feels like it's only just been a minute. But yes, we are back. We are here. We are a little bit late on the schedule in regards to it was only meant to be a 3-week break and turned into a few more due to, let's just say, an active lifestyle. Something like that anyway. And I just wanted to freshen up the show. But nevertheless, we're here. You're there. It's great to see some usual suspects already in the live chat. The 2 live crew are already fired up by the looks of things because I can already see the emojis firing off. And I meant to say in one of the last shows, in the 50th episode, that the reactions hit the most. It's been an all-time high. There was a redonkulous amount of reactions fired off within the 45-minute show. So yeah, salute to you lovely people for just going absolutely ham on the emojis. So yeah man, those reactions were firing off all the way through. And there was something stupid like 3,000 reactions or something within 40 minutes, 45 minutes. So yeah, well in for supporting the show. Appreciate the hell out of it. I hope you got a drink ready. That is the one thing that I haven't got done yet, but we are sat down. We're ready for a show. We got some freshly brewed coffee. And oh boy, have we got some catching up to do, guys and girls. Because yeah, it's been madness. But cheers. Hope you're sat back, relaxed, ready to bring in the weekend. Whether it's with a hot one, cold one, maybe it's something in between. Oh, dude. And we're here. Coffee's brewed. You lot are fired up, ready to rock and roll. Let's get this blooming show on the road, shall we? So, shout out to the Cockney Buddha for holding down a few lives when the Grom was letting the side down. And as Ill Will Official has already mentioned in the live chat, that it's nice to be back. Almost had mutiny on our hands. Trust me, without trying to make too much of a bad taste gag, the weekend that I didn't go live in the UK, there was absolute bedlam. There was riots and all sorts, but it wasn't due to the show. It was just due to a little bit of tension in the country, shall we say. So we are back and we are going to restore form and clarity to our weekends, and everything is good. And yes, it is good, because I can tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't feel like it was all that long ago that there was a mere joke upon the wind that was the Grom Tour USA 2024. And it was a discussion, and we even had a GoFundMe page. It is still there. but it will soon be deactivated due to the fact that the Grom Tour is ever so slowly creeping up on us. And ever so slowly is an understatement. Can you believe it? Friday after next, I won't be in the UK. There's a thought. But nevertheless, that's enough about me, and we can get into more of that later on in the show. What have you guys and girls been up to? What have you been doing since the Friday night lives have not been around to entertain you and get you fired up for your weekends? What you've been up to, what you've been doing, what's been good, what's been bad, what's the struggles, what's the things you've managed to overcome. Let me know in the live chats, because as I say, it's lovely to have some usual suspects here. There might be some people that are actually watching and they don't even know that there is a live chat happening. However, there is. It's an awesome community. I more than welcome you in, and most of the people that are in that live chat, pretty much all of them, are just absolute legends, pretty much. So get in there, say hello, welcome yourselves. Obviously, if you are watching this show on replay or catch up or whatever you want to call it, again, feel free to leave comments under the video. I will reply, I will get back to you. If they're questions or just claims, then I will do my best to maybe pull them up in a later show. However, as this show goes on, I will do my very best to read out any questions or funny comments that I collar out of the corner of my eye. But please, I will pre-apologise that if I don't manage to catch the comments, I will go through the chat after the live show, and I always read them anyway, and if there's anything awesome, I'll bring them up in future shows. Now the intro is done and we're into the show. What's going on? As I say, let me know. Let me know in the live chats what you've been up to, what's been your best bits, and how much have you missed the Friday night live show? Come on, show us some love. Not that I'm trying to, like, you know, pluck some claims from anyone or anything like that, right? But this week has edged ever closer to the madness. I will give you an update on the madness, because it would be rude if I didn't. However, we are slowly getting closer to the hour mark, and I'm going to see if I can do it this week. And I know I've got quite a long news story, and I know you've been missing the glasses. I know your life has not been complete without seeing a Fruit Loop in a pair of glasses reading some wacky news. So without further ado, let's do it. I know you've been missing it. I know the mainstream media just don't do it justice, and they don't do it like the Friday Night Live. So let's be having you, shall we? Let's do the weekly news. Oh, a little bit rusty on this one. Right, so, wonder if I've got my notes the right way round. Hopefully, it is the Friday Night Live news. And you're here with me, the Grom, the newsreader, the guy with the glasses, your favourite Fruit Loop. This week, check this one out, this is awesome. Could you survive an alien invasion? It's a big question, let me know in the live chats. Most Brits aren't sure. Yeah, this is a real thing, guys and girls. Basically, a recent poll has revealed that around a third of UK residents believe they are unlikely to survive if a hostile Martians invaded Earth. What's more, a third think they would be lucky to survive more than 1 month, with 1 in 10 feeling confident that they could survive more than 1 year. The survey of 2,000 people was conducted by a company that has run a new immersive experience based on Jeff Wayne's War of the World musical. The poll revealed the first things they'd do if Martians did intend to land on Earth tomorrow is find friends and family at 26%, find essential supplies 20%, run or hide 18%, and 1 in 10 say they'd say hello. And yeah, if it's anything like the aliens out of Mars attacks, yeah, just run, dude. Don't say hello. Just run the other way. Others say they'd ask the Martians to take them back to their planet at 11%, while some 5% admitted they'd get intimate with the nearest human. So 5% claims it could be possible. You might just score. 4 in 10 say that they'd save their children or their partners first in the event of a Martian invasion, followed by themselves at 33%. They were just saying what people wanted to hear. It seems a large portion of the nation's population love pets more than people too, with a fifth of Brits revealing that they'd save their pets before anyone else. Andrew McGuinness, CEO of Layered Reality, which is the company running this immersive experience, said, extraterrestrial life remains one of the world's biggest curiosities, so it is no wonder that Brits today are thinking about the possibility of them invading Earth. Despite 1/3 of Brits at 33% saying that they think about Earth being invaded by Martians at least once a year, and a whopping 6 in 10 revealed that they feel unprepared for a hostile Martian invasion. So, hey man, don't be that 6 in 10. Get prepared, get ready, and if the aliens charge at you saying, don't run, we are your friends, duck and roll, dude. Just get the hell out of there. That's all I'm saying. So, are you a sucker for an old book? Well, scientists have issued a warning over antique books that contain toxic substances. Books dating back more than 100 years have been found to have poisonous dyes. They include lead and chromium up to 6 times above acceptable legal levels, according to new research. People have been urged to handle with care or even steer clear altogether of any brightly coloured cloth-bound books from the Victorian era. Dyes that create the bold covers could pose serious health risks to readers, collectors, librarians, and the scientists say. High levels of lead exposure can cause damage to the brain, nervous system, leading to coma or even death. Yeah, they say knowledge is power, but books could be dangerous, right? An array of books have now been removed from library shelves, while others dating back to the 19th century, which are yet to be tested, have been sealed in plastic Ziploc bags for handling and storage. Metal concentrations in some of the book's covers were found to be above acceptable legal limits for chronic exposure. In the dissolved sample for the most contaminated cover, the lead concentrate was more than twice the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC limit, with chromium concentrations that were almost 6 times over that limit. So yeah, man, let's just say, be careful, stay away from the books, man. Like, you know, we've got audio books these days, people. Back away from the 19th century books. Nobody needs to have lead poisoning these days. Now, there may be a few viewers of the live that are down with the pineapple vibes. There may be a few that know about the chronic mistake that is possibly having a pineapple the wrong way up. However, another TikTok craze is amongst us. Singletons have been drawn to branches of a chain in Macedonia where it is claimed that they find romance if they visit between 7 p.m. and 8 p.m. and put a pineapple upside down in their trolley. Yeah, talk about losing your trolley, something like that, or off your trolley. If they like someone, they bump their trolley against theirs, indicating that they are interested in chatting to them. If the feeling is mutual, you can bump your trolley back or just start talking, according to the Olive Press. Some who have been caught up in this TikTok craze have even posted videos of their experiences, and according to the publication, other items in someone's trolleys provide clues about their intentions. For example, if someone spots chocolates or sweets, it means that the other person is looking for a long-term relationship or something more serious. But legume or lettuce means that they are looking for something a little bit more casual, according to the publication. The social media craze has led to some chaotic scenes. Police were reportedly called by workers after a flash mob of hopeful singletons packed the Macedonia store and overwhelmed it. The crowd quickly dispersed when officers arrived and no one was arrested in this incident. So yes, guys and girls, the madness is truly real, but just be careful. If you see anybody with a pineapple upside down in their trolley, the same measures it applies as if you have Martians attacking you. But who knew? And if you didn't know about the symbolization of an upside down pineapple, I recommend that after the show you go looking and check it out for yourselves, because you don't want to be that guy rocking a Hawaiian shirt with upside down pineapples, or a girl for that fact. You just never know what sort of propositions you may receive. that was the Friday Night Live news. Did we hit the hour mark? Missed it by a minute. We done well to be back though. Well, that weren't bad. We nearly hit the hour mark. One of these days, we will be so pro that we finishing it on the hour mark, and I can say, ladies and gentlemen, that was your 11 o'clock news. But until then, we'll keep it rough around the edges. Nobody wants like a sweet show, and man, just feels kind of weird to be back, if I'm brutally honest. Like, seriously, so out of the loop and out of the vibe. Doing the news, trying to get the glasses and trying to get like the notes. Oh, talk about rough around the edges. This is not what you pay your YouTube license fee for. Anyway, great to see some people blowing up in the chats. I know that there was a few things popping off while the stories were coming out, and I can only imagine that there was some abuse for the glasses. And if there wasn't abuse for the glasses, then I'm just sort of thinking to myself, I've been away too long. Don't worry. We're working on it. So what is going on in the chats, guys and girls? What are you lovely people saying? Because it's great to see you here, Mr. Billy. I hope you are recovering very reasonably. Don't rush the recovery, dude. Slow and steady wins the race. But yeah, good to have you here, dude. And I hope the day's treated you well. Lovely to see you here, sir. Mr. Rich Slade. It's a pleasure to have you here, dude. One of the OG usual suspects is back in the live chat. Dave Usan, awesome to have you here. And they are already here, dude. Yeah, the aliens, man. You've only got to go into Aylesbury and just see. I've been claiming that there's been a zombie apocalypse in this town for years, dude. You've only got to go in town and there's people walking around there that are definitely not human. But that's a story for another day. And I did mean to cover. There was some local news that come out in the week that Andrew has been hounding me to cover on the Friday Night Live, but I'll slip it in now. And that was the fact that the main article in the Bucks Herald, which is our local newspaper, this week was a story about a woman that failed to have her bins collected after they'd been in the same spot for 21 years. And she was absolutely fuming about it. Andrea was like, dude, I don't think you know how serious this story really is, for the fact that out of 21 years, one time they missed the bin collection. It's game over, boys and girls. You know, that's some serious stuff in the AY, in the Vale, you know. And I should have covered it, but obviously I just failed. I failed the news segment by not covering that immense story. Dude. Yeah, so basically stay away from old books. Yeah, don't handle the old books. And we're not talking about like ones in protective sleeves or in glass cases that you can't get at. I don't know. I know in my, shall we say, family home, there's a few old books in there that I reckon will probably give you some diseases. But again, that's a story for another day. The legendary Dan Cov. Dude, absolute honour to have you here. Ill Will, firing up in the live chats. Adam, a.k.a. Everyday Surfer. Oi, oi, dude. Brilliant to have you here. I hope the week's treated you well, dude. And I hope you are fired up and ready for the weekend ahead. And look at that. You mention the name and the devil themselves arrives. You don't understand. They've been in the same spot for 21 years. Andrea has just got in the live chats. OMG. Well, I did cover it. So that's all I'm saying, man. I covered the story, and I feel like if you'd want us to give the light that story deserved, you should have been here, or at least out on the street as my, on the street reporter, dude. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, check out Andrea jumping in on the live chats. How awesome is that for a Friday Night Live? Don't know why she's not down here being like co-producer, semi-pro editor of the show, but we'll leave that. We'll leave that for another day as well. And Billy. Oh, look at all the love coming in for Andrea, man. That's awesome. So, yeah, it is awesome to have you all here. And let's get into the next part of the show, which has been a little while. And I can't even see my notes because I'm that bad. But I've got to cover a little bit of it. I was saying for weeks that I was going to give you a Grom USA Tour 2024 update, and then basically never really got round to it. However, let's just say this. Yes, the madness is truly real. And yes, the tickets are booked. The hotel rooms are booked. The plans have been planned. The schemes and the plotting has been schemed and it's been plotted. There's times, there's dates, there's a somewhat, I won't go and get it, a schedule. Maybe even some may call it an itinerary. But it's happening, guys and girls. The USA Grom Tour 2024 is merely days away. As of today, there is 14 days left on my prison-like wall calendar at work to scrub off before the Grom goes full, international, transatlantic, like, the Grom is going on a plane on his own with a suitcase and some cameras, some vlogging gear, a laptop, and he is going to touch down in the land of freedom itself. And he's going to have a whale of a time. That's all I'm saying. One thing I do want to comment on, and that is to say a huge thank you to everybody that made any contribution, donation, whatever you want to call it, to the USA GoFundMe tour. If I'm honest, that itself, and I've mentioned this in previous shows, it was more so a little bit of a laugh, a little bit of a tongue-in-cheek. Bearing in mind, I set that up near enough a year ago off the back of this kind of Fruit Loop kooky idea that I should set up a Grom Tour. And it was just a little bit of a laugh and a little bit of a joke. However, there was actual people out there that donated to that. So thank you so much to everybody that put any donations into that fund. I just seriously, for something that kind of started off as a little bit of a mad plan, for it to have come together, for all of the people that have said, dude, I've got you. You can stay with me. You can crash on my couch. You can sleep in my spare room. You can sleep in my shed. Seriously, I appreciate the hell out of that. Huge shout out to Billy for the amount of time and effort that he put into getting me maps. Seriously, the information that guy has delivered me in envelopes, all the way from Hawaii at one point and also from California, is just remarkable. And I seriously will be forever indebted to you, dude, for the amount of information and points of interest and just so much information that were on those maps. And I never even got into it in the vlog because I feel like I'd need to do an entire documentary on the amount of information that you supplied to me in 3 envelopes, which is absolutely bonkers. So Billy, you're a goddamn legend, dude. I appreciate the hell out of you for that. And a massive shout out to everybody else that's just fully backed this from day one and just sort of thrown everything and anything they can at me, whether it's trying to help me with flight bookings, just information, and just seriously, the outreach that you guys have done is just phenomenal. And if it hadn't been for the daily vlog, none of this would have ever happened. I can't wait to physically be in a position where I actually face to face and not through video or any of such like live calls or live shows, get to a position where I can actually have a face to face on solid terra firma conversation with you, because it's just going to be epic and I cannot wait. And again, I can't stress enough thanks to the amount of people that have put so much effort in the background that I've never mentioned up until now, but I just want to just have it on record to say, seriously, appreciate the hell out of all of you guys that have just put in so much groundwork. It's unreal. Apart from actually getting on a plane, coming over here and like abducting me, that's about the only thing that would be left to do. But don't worry, I've got that bit handled. We have plane tickets Andrea's booked. She's coming out to check me on the Hawaiian, so the back leg of the tour. She's coming out to meet me in Hawaii. Waikiki's booked. Makaha's booked. There was a whole heap of issues with bookings after one place. I don't know how I managed to do it, but I didn't even book it on the main island. I was off on one of the others. Still don't know how I managed to do that, even when I searched the site specific. Never mind. Then I had another booking in Makaha that fell through due to construction works on the apartment that I'd booked. However, I managed to get another apartment in the same block that isn't having construction work, so we're still in the same sort of spot. That's just a bit of it, to even just touch on the madness that is going to come. However, with all of that awesome, I need to sort of semi-prepare you all for kind of a little bit of bad news. And the bad news is there will be this week's Friday night show, and then there will be next week's Friday night show. Then it all depends on where the Grom is, and it could change time for more so the guys and girls that are on this side of the Atlantic, because the likelihood is if I do put out a Friday night live show the weekend after next, it might be at a very inconsiderate time for UK dwellers. That is all I will say. I am aiming to do plenty of lives, although we do know from past experiences that the Grom is absolutely terrible at putting lives out while he's out on destination or location. However, I'm going to do my best, and I know that there are plenty of people that support and watch the Friday night live show that will sure be there to give me a little poke and say, dude, you need to put out a live. So I'm counting on you guys again. But I do want to put out a Friday night live while I am stateside. Again, it might be a little bit wonky for times for you guys this side of the pond. However, they will be there when you want to watch them. Unfortunately, for some of you, if you would die hard enough to stay up until the early hours to catch a Grom live from the USA, then I think there might have to be awards given. That's all I'm saying. Maybe some tacky fridge magnets. I might bring some memorabilia back for you all. But seriously, it's going to go off. There's going to be one show that I can guarantee next week, and then things are going to be a little bit hectic, because let's just say the next 4 weeks after that are going to be absolute mayhem. That is pretty much all I can say. There is a lot of things booked. There is a lot of things left upon the universe, and there's going to be some fun along the way, guys and girls. So if you don't already tune in to the vlog, I highly recommend you hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, click all, because seriously, you won't want to miss out on it. I will be uploading daily. That is going to continue. So if you want to keep on that sort of like watch the madness as it happens, and then there will be lives in between whenever I can get enough internet connection to do so. There is a lot coming up. And one of the biggest things that I wanted to kind of touch on as well, and I've mentioned it in what will be tomorrow's vlog, but as you are here, I kind of want to speak to you now. And that is to say, I had the thought sink in today that to think 5 years ago, maybe a little bit more, I was so struck by anxiety that even getting out of my house to go to the local shop was debilitating, to the point where I physically just couldn't do it. To think that the week after next I will be going to an airport, checking myself onto a flight, traveling across the Atlantic, and adventuring my way through the US solo, along with meeting up with friends along the way. It just goes to show that if you're willing to put in the effort, bear the struggles, overcome the battle, you honestly can do anything you put your mind to. There are slight limitations to it, but I'll leave those limitations up to you to break down, crush, and overcome. because, hey, there's a lot of things in this world that were supposedly impossible to do until someone came along and done them. I just want to leave you with that kind of thought until we move on to our next segment, because I like to give you a little segment. What's going on here? Billy's blowing me up, dude. I'm hoping all good. I'm getting messages coming via our switchboard on the watch, obviously. Shame I haven't got a switchboard, man. I need a little red phone that people can phone me up and ask questions and stuff. Wouldn't that be cool? The live chat's just blowing up, guys and girls, and I've just like let it fall. Dude, Mr. Chris. And we haven't done this, dude, for a while, so let's fire it. God, the coffee guy in the house. Dude, hope you're well, bro. Hope everything is good. And awesome to have you here. But let's do this. Let's get into it. Let's see if I can get my buttons right. I hope this is the right segment.
I do not believe in the name of sanity.
I had to have a bit of a laugh and go through more of them, because no, we're not doing a Q&A just yet. Here are 10 unbelievable facts that might surprise you. The shortest commercial flight in the world lasts just 57 seconds. It operates between the Scottish Islands and Westray and Papa Westray. Don't know where those places are, even though I only live down, well, a few miles away. Elephants' unique hearing. Elephants can hear with their feet. They detect distant noises through vibrations in the ground. In Washington State, US, it is legal to compost human bodies. The process turns a body into soil within weeks. The world's largest blanket, created by over 1,000 people from 32 countries, didn't fit into an indoor arena. This one's nutty, dude. A flying bicycle. British inventors have created a bicycle that can fly. The Explore Air Paravello can reach up to 25 miles in the air and 4,000 feet in altitude. I've never heard of this until today. So again, if you want to go off down the rabbit hole and let me know and prove me wrong, because that's what it's all about. I don't believe it. Do you? Let me know. Bonobo name origin. The name Bonobo resulted from a misspelling of the town Belobo in... Oh God, I had it earlier. No, I've got to miss one pronunciation. Basically, is it Zaire? Yeah, it's Zaire, I think, where the primates were first found. So yeah, basically they've been named something after a misspelling. Coffee Break Festival. There's an annual Coffee Break Festival in Sawton, Wisconsin, celebrating the town's claim as the birthplace of the coffee break. Might have to put that on the Grom Tour. Ocean Reef Burial. Now this one's epic, and I never knew this, and I really hope this one is true. A company called Eternal Reefs can turn cremated remains into an ocean reef, creating a new habitat for sea life. If you love that, just blow the live chat up and give me a hell yeah in there, dude, because how gnarly is that you could actually be made into coral. I love that, dude. A cardboard cathedral. Christchurch, New Zealand has an earthquake-proof cathedral made almost entirely of cardboard. And the mummy passport. This is nuts. An ancient Egyptian mummy was issued a modern-day passport in 1974 so it could be flown to Paris for repairs. Which one of these facts did you find most surprising? Now, me personally, it was the bicycle flying something or other, whatever they called it. Dude, 25 mile an hour on a push bike that can go 4,000 meters up, something stupid like that. That's just wonky, dude. But seriously, being turned into coral, I think, is possibly the coolest thing I have ever heard in my life. the madness truly is real on that one. But as this segment is, I don't believe it. And go out there, fact check me, because we don't want to be one of those channels spreading that disinformation. And I sure as hell wouldn't want you to be sat in your local bar or restaurant or maybe around your boss's table having dinner and make one of those claims and then be like, nah, dude, you're wrong. But you never know, it might earn some brownie points. See the fish is better. Melt them glasses into it. Dude, come on, man. Don't hate on the glasses. Like, we've done that part of the show. We're moving on now. It's all positivity and love and compressed ashes into coral reefs. Hell yeah. How I bought... Dude, this is what I'm saying, Billy. I'm not one for a will, but I'm thinking after hearing that, I've heard of stories where people have their cremated ashes compressed into like diamonds, jewelry and such. I'm loving the coral reef one. I think that is epic, and I might even have to go down the rabbit hole to find out more about that. Anyway, guys and girls, we were rolling a poll. Easy for me to say. And it does seem like, I wouldn't say it's unanimous, but I'm going to end it. And the current result was, if it shows me, is it going to show me at the top? I see 86%, and I'm claiming it was an 86% yes, you guys want a Q&A section. So we haven't done it for a while, as we haven't really done a show for a little while. So we will do it. I hope you've got your questions ready. I hope they're awesome, which I'm pretty goddamn sure they will be, because, oh, there it is. 14%. 14% people said no. I don't know. Crazy, man. But 83% of you said, yeah, we want a Q&A session. So I'm sure I can probably get it right this time. Let's do it. Check it out. None other than Tracy P, or Tracy Floridian Buddha, maybe. Could be the new nickname. Is it in the live chats? Our friend did that with a boyfriend that died unexpectedly. Was that with the compressed ashes to make like a ring or a crystal? Diamond, maybe. Compress the carbon to make a diamond? I'd be interested, because Andrea actually done the same thing with ashes from her dad and had it made into a really lovely like necklace pendant with like a compressed carbon crystal from the cremated remains. Pretty goddamn awesome, if you ask me. Right, so get in the live chat, guys and girls. And if you are actually watching this as a replay and you want to get involved, feel free to fire a question in the comments below the video and I'll answer them after the fact. So yeah, check it out, Modern Tech. Yes, made a diamond. Yeah, that's pretty awesome, dude. And I think that is such a cool thing. However, I'm thinking the coral reef is, for me personally, I'm not really a jewelry kind of person. But to be compressed into some coral reef, dude, I'm there. So, Cockney Buddha, what's something you wish you had done? I'm going to have to move the comments here because I've got my old emojis blowing up. And I could have done when you were a nipper, and why? Ooh. Dude, I'm not going to lie. I was given plenty of opportunities, and I must admit I was really fortunate to be raised in the household that I was. I've mentioned this in other questions. The one thing that I wish I'd done, or wish I'd had the good fortune to have had, was to have been born closer to the sea, or been in a position where we spent more time at the sea, and specifically maybe in a part of the coast that had surf, because that's the one thing that maybe I'm happy that I've discovered it for myself and had to go on the Ball Lake journey of like doing it later on in life. And I think maybe I will respect it, cherish it, and I don't know, get more out of it, trying to do it now. But I would have loved to have had the opportunity to have it on like the doorstep as a kid, or at least like have those summer holiday trips to the seaside and it be more of a thing. My grandparents and stuff were way more sort of country bumpkin-ified. They were born in, like, you know, greener, grassy areas of the country, not so much coastal. So it wasn't really in their kind of bloodline. That would have been a nice touch. But yeah, I don't know if that answers your question. I hope it does, dude. But that is something that I would have loved to have had as an opportunity as a little one, because I just think, yeah, man, so much more could have been learned by now. But hey, we just got to work a bit harder. So, well, you are wearing a necklace. No, I'm not, dude. I don't know. When Andrea has the necklace. I haven't got anything, dude. I've got a watch. That's about the most jewelry that I wear, and I'm not even very down with that. But yeah, I'm a bit like, I do the lades instead. I suppose that you could class that as, I don't know. I don't know if that comes under necklace. Anyway, I digress. When do I sleep? I do sleep. It has been known. I get as many power naps in as I can. In the last 5 years, I have discovered that I can run on very little hours of sleep. However, I do tend to have my moments where I completely crash out. The body says no, and I kind of play catch up. And admittedly, I know a lot of people will say you can never catch up on sleep once it's gone and it's missed. But let's just say, as probably a late teenager and even into my early 20s, man, I could sleep. Like, if there was a competition for sleeping, seriously, I'd have been like the Kelly Slater of the sleeping world. I'd be bodying it, dude, because when I do sleep, I have no problems in sleeping for like 13 hours plus straight. I'm good to go. However, just recently, burning the candle at both ends would be an understatement. If I've got missions that I need to finish, if there's edit, basically I don't sleep until the edit is done. So that's pretty much how I rock and roll these days. Who knows, maybe when I do quit the vlog, and I'll just sleep for like 3 weeks straight. I don't know. But until then, man, the show must go on. So very little sleep. I'm doing better than I was maybe like 6 months back, maybe a couple of years ago as well. When I first started the vlog, it was gnarly, dude. I think I just felt like I lived forever on about 3.5 hours sleep. And there was some crazy times rolling into like 2019, 2020, where again, man, I was like getting to sleep at sort of 3:30 and then getting back up at sort of 5:30, 6 o'clock to get to work, which was just nuts. But then you kind of get used to it. And obviously I've spoken about it in the past, where especially days where I'm trying to get up early and get to the coast, and I've been doing either a Friday night live or there's just editing going on. There's been times where I've edited for like pretty much 44 hours straight. Yeah, it's just you got to get the job done. I spent so much time in my life wasting it, so I'm just trying to make up for lost time, something like that. Flowery necklace. Yeah, dude, this is the closest, man. Maybe, hopefully, I will get an authentic one soon, because yeah, it's good. It gives you the sense of feeling, but it doesn't quite have the aloha in it that it should. Again, that's a story for another day, and who knows, maybe, this is quite, I'm going to switch the Q&A on you lovely people. If there's anybody in the live chat that has visited Hawaii within the last 2 years, am I right in thinking that they do hand out leis when you get off the plane? Or is this just an urban myth or something that was happening many moons ago and it doesn't anymore? Or is it just, I don't know. Let me know in the live chat. I've switched the questions back. Our sleep is full of Fight Club status. Dude, I know the legendary Ill Will himself is on that grind where you just sleep when you can, dude. And I know the feeling. I just try to get the job done, man. That's all I'm here to do. Would you rather have... That's a really dodgy start to a question. You come out of the box with a good one there. Would you rather have fingers instead of toes or toes instead of fingers? Oh, dude, you're a savage. Would I rather have fingers instead of toes or toes instead of fingers? Fingers instead of toes. Just because then you could climb like a monkey, and it'd be really good because you could like, I could multitask then. I could like make music on one laptop and edit on the other with my feet. Just saying. And obviously, if anybody else's minds went into the gutter with the reply on that, that was on your consciousness, not mine. But yeah, that is the sort of question that I face on a very regular basis with my darling Andrea. Our levels of pillow talk tend to revolve around, if I turned into a worm, would you still love me? Questions like this: would you rather have fingers instead of toes or toes instead of fingers? And let's just say there has been some monumental questions along the years that I'm sure if she has some more time or isn't just contemplating another horrific question to ask me, that she might be kind enough to put another one of the monumental questions that have been asked in the past. But it could put me in sticky territory, guys and girls. So, Billy, what are we saying? Back in the day. That's got to be said like, back in the day. Back in the day, they did not, Sean L, come buy them in the airport. Yeah, okay. So basically, this is what I did wonder, that this was kind of a thing that maybe back in the 60s and 70s, that was a vibe. I'd heard that it kind of still happens, but again, I thought as much that it'd be a case that, yeah, you don't have like a little Hawaiian hula girl stood at the end of the stairs out of the plane with like a little laid to offer to you. Well, we can dream, but yeah, never mind. Tracy's come out of the gate with this one. If money were no object, what car would you have? Now, Cockney Buddha smashed it. Because if I'm real with you, it's just a standard issue that yes, if money was no object, I would still have the same car that I have now. It would just be in a condition that is remarkably amazing. However, just being the Grom that I am, if I had endless amounts of money, the Golf is a given. It's a standard issue. It's like part of me. It comes with me. That's on the side. And I don't know if this will kind of cross across the pond. I know one of them will, and that is that I have always been a huge lover of the Nissan Skyline R34 V-Spec 2. If I could have the newer edition, I would. I'd have it all singing and all dancing, just as is, not silly, sort of over the top, modified, just straight as is, standard in Bayside Blue. Just simple. If anybody wishes to donate me one, by all means, thank you very much. Or possibly in the silver, or the champagne, I think they've done it in. And then just the old 90s, can't break away from the old stuff. I would love, my other dream would to be have a Ford Sierra RS 500, which again, you'd probably need to maybe go off into the world of Google and Google that one to find out what it looks like. But I'm sure Steve will just know what a Cozzy looks like. Steve needs a Cozzy. You'd look good in a Cozzy, dude. But yeah, if money, the root of that answer though would be, yeah, if money is no question, I'd probably still have the Golf, dude. Well, there's no problem about it. I'd have the Golf, which is not right, and I'm not right in the head, but never mind. See Dave Busan, the V-dub, and he knows this, which is really mental, because I am mental. Do you know what you get when you get off the plane in Florida? Oh, I don't know if I want to even answer this question. What do we? Do I need to answer this question? What do you get when you get off the plane in Florida? other than maybe extreme heat and a monorail. I don't know. I don't know how much trouble this could get me into. Possibly if you use a tour company, packages and pickups. Ah, dude, Billy. Or maybe if you ask your mate Billy to be stood at the airport waiting with a laid. Pennywinkle Blue. You're mental. Not really, matey. You don't want this in a cosy. Oh, you look like a prize one in a cosy, dude. You got the look. Heat and humidity. AC sucks. Dude, yes. I am expecting it to be monumentally warm and humid in comparison to the beautiful weather that we've been currently having here in the UK, which is trying to do its best to climatise me for the trip, because it does seem to be really humid and horrible at the minute currently. And this horrible on and off fine drizzly rain that kind of wants to be fog or mist, but it is actually rain, but it's like really pathetic excuse for rain. So it's just really horrible, sticky and warm, and then, yeah, it's really bizarre at the minute. It sucks. It's going to take off your head. Yeah, dude, I am expecting it to be warm. It's going to be a roaster. But do you know what? I think I'm going to be more than prepared for it, because I'm going to be just buzzing is an understatement, dude. Yeah. I reckon you guys the other end need to either have some baseball catcher's mitts or just a net. Because I think as I come out of the front doors, I'm going to be like the road runner, dude. I'm just going to be firing. Especially after being on a, like, I don't know, 8-9 hour flight. And if I can just keep pestering the flight attendant for coffee, I'm going to be bouncing. I won't even need the monorail. I'll just bounce out of the airport. And you'll just need to catch me. It'll be epic, dude. So, it's going to take your head off. If you play your cards right, we might have a tropical storm or hurricane when you're here. Dude. Seriously, I know it sounds completely bonkers, but I'm kind of hoping you have a thunderstorm while I'm there. I can't remember the last time I see just an epic thunderstorm. I think it was like in Mauritius last, which was like 2016 or something. Yeah. And that was the last time that I see just a good old-fashioned, good quality, rumbling out over the sea thunderstorm that just sort of moseyed about, and it was just awesome, dude. So I'm really hoping for that. First thing you will film when GoPro sponsors you. Oh, it's almost like Will there is trying to manifest something. I don't know if I want to give you a realistic or a sarcastic answer to that. I'll give you the realistic one. The realistic one, dude, would be whenever they do give it to me, if they sponsor me, then I'm going to make a video about why they haven't sponsored me up until this point. Well, that's more the sarcastic. It was going to be something along the lines of me smashing a GoPro while videoing me smashing a GoPro. But, dude, the dream would to be, obviously, if you don't know, GoPro Hero 13 was released this week, and believe it comes to the marketplace on the 10th of this month or something, or orders are shipped on the 10th, and they've been putting out competitions all week. And I've been trying to get in there to get involved to see if maybe the universe shines upon me to deliver me with a GoPro 13 for this trip. And more so because it would be almost like the swan song. It would be like the final shebang, because I very much doubt I will ever buy another GoPro. Especially if I quit the vlog at the end of the year. I don't think I'll need another GoPro, because the one that I have does me just right. However, it'd be almost kind of a beautiful way to finish if, yeah, GoPro decides to let me win one and I could take it on a US trip. It would be epic. So ideally, honest answer, yes, GoPro sponsor me. Send me out a free camera before I go on the US trip, and we'll catch all of the fun and games as we go around and get after it. That would be pretty awesome. We are decorating the place for Halloween too. Can't wait. Dude, that's going to be off it. Irish coffee, dude, I don't even care what kind of coffee. If it's just got lots of coffee in it, I'll take the coffee, dude. However, I'm quite a sucker for Guatemalan elephant bean, just to say. Hawaii humidity is bad. I can only believe it, dude. 46 and 86 degrees. 84 and 60 degrees humidity. Yeah, dude. And I kind of think like I'm probably coming at a good time where it's not completely gnarly, but I don't know. It's probably still just going to be gnarly for me. Brutal. Right. On that, I'm going to say that is the end of the Q&A session. Thank you very much for everybody that put questions in the comments. I think I should leave it up. Oh, I know what an Irish coffee is, dude. Yeah, I just saying, I'm quite a sucker for any kind of coffee, but Irish coffee is good. I'm pretty much a drug addict when it comes to coffee. I don't care. I take it however it comes. I have, a problem. And maybe at some point I might even have to start my own Coffee Anonymous club, because let's just say I consume far too much of it. And I don't care if it's instant, whether it's filtered, or whether it's just straight into the main femoral artery. I would take it intravenously if I could. What can I say? I have a problem. And I feel like if anybody else has a problem and they wish to speak about their coffee intake within the live chats or in the comments below, please feel free. This is an open and safe space. So wait till you see our coffee bar. Dude, I'm counting on it. On that, guys and girls, I think I've kept you long enough. It's been an absolute honor to have you here. And as always, I appreciate the hell out of you taking the time out of your lives to tune in. Thank you to everybody that's got in the comments, in the live chats and firing it up. Thank you for everybody that's been hitting off the reactions. Don't think I haven't seen them just blowing up. Thank you. I will be back, same time, same place, next week. Feel free to keep involved with the daily vlog. Obviously, there is plenty of videos there until date. If you've never watched the early ones, it's a shocker. There will be more. There will be one daily, and there will be plenty more to come, especially with the trip ahead of us. So it's going to be pretty awesome. We will have a show next week. Let me know. I want to. I don't know if I'm going to manage to pull it off, but I feel like we might even get a little special guest on. It's been a long time since we've done one, and I think it would only be fitting if we maybe get ready to rock and roll for the USA Grom Tour with maybe a little special guest to celebrate it. So yeah, definitely broke 5K on the reactions. Dude, I will be sure to screenshot what the reactions ended on when we've come offline. And dude, I reckon you might have just single-handedly done it anyway. Thank you, Dave. Appreciate that, dude. And shout out to the Cockney Buddha. Namaste, you beautiful human beings. And to you all. So until next week, have a fantastic weekend. Have an amazing Friday night, depending on what time zone you're in. Stay awesome, stay focused, stay positive, and I'll see you back here for another Friday Night Live next week, 10:45 p.m. GMT, here with me, a mad Fruit Loop, and a jug of coffee. So until then, have a good one, and hey, feel free to share it with a friend, tell a neighbour, tell your auntie, the local greengrocer. Support the channel and just spread the word. But until then, have a good one.